Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. We're starting to show off with a little applause. It's about that time. It is time for
Nightcap Knowledge, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Central.
Black with No Chaser.
We're live on Black with No Chaser. We're live on the Twitch. What's up to all my Twitches? YouTubers, what's happening? Facebookers, what's jumping? You know what time it TI is. It's time for Nightcap Knowledge. With the kids to bed, get your nightcap. Make sure you're following Nightcap Knowledge on all social media platforms. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, follow, share. Tune in right now. It's time for Nightcap Knowledge. You got to go get the official water of Nightcap Knowledge, Aspira Pura, refreshing taste, keeping it simple, available at Amazon.com. Amazon.com/Aspira Pura. You need meals that heal? Go to Mississippi's first 100% plant-based cafe. That's Monday through Saturday in downtown Jacktown. That's Meals That Heal, 601 North Fair Street, downtown Jackson. You can follow them on all social media platforms. Meals That Heal, 601. Shout out to G.I. Jane. She is your wellness one-stop shop. You need to lose 5 pounds in 5 days. You need to holler at old G.I. Jane. She got you covered. Hit her up, Natasha at GIJAN3.com. You know what? Your wedding deserves the groove creator. Holler at George Chuck. We got a few dates left for 2022, and we're already booking dates for 2023. Tune in right now. Share this with somebody. It's time for Nightcap Knowledge. Hey, yeah, what's happening? Oh, look at your boy. Look, hey, everybody. Look at this Negro right here, man. This joke, look, he got his little fire in the background. Y'all see it?
Fire going, baby. You know, we said we want to do something different 2022. So Chuck and I have been trying to figure out what different things we could do to like change some of the things of the show, keep the same content, but like, hey, let's do different backgrounds and stuff like that. So I said, you know what? You know, with COVID been going on and all this, I don't get a chance to put on a shirt and tie. And we talked about this a while back. So I said, let's change it up. You know, so I started to do some wine. I started to change my environment.
Hey, man, that joker that lit a fire. Look, y'all see his wine glass next to him?
Hey, listen, I didn't like the fire for that. We've been burning. Listen, I got a whole porch full of wood. I'm acting like I'm back in the country. My neighbors be looking at me. I be chopping wood. I be cutting kindling. I went and bought a brand new ass from Lowe's. Oh, I'm for real.
Man, look, that's all right, man. That's all right. All I did was put on the polo and my new two glue hat. This joker.
Hey, listen, the crazy thing about it is when I first saw you, I'm like, Chuck, I need the hat. You know,
yeah,
about your hat.
Hey, hold up. Watch this.
Which, what? Boy, they can't hit you in the ass with a shiny red apple.
Hey, buddy. You see it? We in the game now, baby.
There it is.
Hey,
you ready? You ready?
You ready? Hey, and here's the thing: only 12 people will have these. Only 12. I don't make 12 of them. So if you want one of them, you gotta pay what you weigh, baby.
Hey,
6 of them already gone. 6 of them already gone. Just for the record. Let
me jump into my little wine. You know, I don't do a lot of wine, but holler at my boy over there, Chill Will, Cedar Package Store on University Boulevard, man. He told me that, man, tried this Apothic. I tried the Apothic Red.
Hold on, man. Let me make you big. Put it in the camera, man. Put it in the camera.
So that I tried an Inferno. I tried the dark. There's a dark. So I tried that. So shout out to my boy over there, Chill Will. Hey, man.
I like the Apothic. I just bought Shallon an Apothic cab. So Apothic Cabernet. Yeah.
They got man, I like it. And I'm not a wine person, but I've been I've been killing this.
That's all right, man. That's good, man. I'm gonna have to tell Shallon about that. She likes red blend, so I have to see what that Inferno is talking about.
Good. It's got a little bite. It's not something that's sweet, you know, but it's not as dry as like a Merlot or something like that.
Okay. All right. That's what's up, man. Well,
it's good.
I am on one of the show favorites, one of our longtime supporters. Shout out to Jack Daniels Tennessee Apple. And you know, you got, you know, the whiskey with a little hint of apple.
Right.
And you can't go wrong with it, man. You know, throw your ice cube in there and keep it moving.
And the people that might not understand, we try to support our people, regardless if you the brand ambassador or the owner of the store. You know, we try to support our people in whatever way fashion. And,
right.
And to quote my brother D. Measy, David Mosley said, support Black businesses in 7 or more without asking for a discount. Right.
Boy.
Without asking for a discount. You know, don't be like, because think about good people that do good business. They're going to take care of you if you do consistent business with them. You don't have to ask. And Chuck and I came with a rule years ago where we ain't have nothing. We don't argue with people about their prices at all. We don't. We don't argue with prices.
You're preaching a sermon right now, buddy. Come on.
It's one or two things. And Trina B said it too. Your prices ain't too high. My budget ain't ready. So I either can afford what you offering or I can't. It's very simple. It's very simple. So
hey, buddy.
About their prices.
Look. I'm feeling the nightcappers in the comments tonight, man. Look, hey, and I like the sermon. Was that your mental health minute? Because if not, we were gonna roll with that.
Oh, the mental health minute is gonna apply to what we got going on tonight, which is
okay. All right.
And excuse me, let me back up, ladies and gentlemen. This show is rated Black and Uncensored, real talk, real issues, real solutions. We come to you with straight facts. If you don't like it, hey, we're gonna give it to you like a TI is. The mental health minute for this week was faith without work is dead. So these brothers that we got on this show, they putting the work in, right? And we know they got plenty of faith because they did. I said that video we meant to play it. From Steve Harvey, the jump. They jumped. These brothers are jumping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they gotta have faith. But they putting the work in with the faith, and you can see it in things that they're doing right now. So we got to shout these brothers out. So we got to step our game. But me and Chuck had to break out the new polo. He had to get the new hat. We got some hitters coming tonight, and we're talking about some lifestyle changes.
And I want to add something to your minute, Mac. I've only two of our guests I've only known for a short time, and I can't wait for us to intro them. And we're not gonna do no whole bunch of long intros because I really want to spend time talking about what they're doing. Right. But one of these guys, man, we've known for quite some time.
Long time.
I'm talking about a long time. And I remember
What's Up Wednesday, long time.
Yeah, What's Up Wednesday. He used to pop up on campus, you know, doing his thing. And that's not the story that I wanted to tell. But if for those of us in the audience that know what What's Up Wednesday is, you know how long of a time span that actually is.
Right.
The piece of information that I want to preface our conversation with is that I know the corporate background this brother came from. I know the things that he put in place and the successes that he had while working for this company. And then he said, well, you know what? It's about time for me to leave. And when he made that decision, he had a plan in place, or he had some idea of a plan in place. And I think some of the things that he's now teaching people were some of the things that he was learning at that particular time. So the guy that I'm talking about, he goes by Mr. Health and Wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get the applause ready for Mr. JaMaury Norris. Let's get him in.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah.
Look, man, I almost forgot who you was talking about. I was like, man, who is he introducing, man? That brother sound like he ready.
hey, look, man. When you come into Nightcap Knowledge, we ain't gonna just bring no chumps on here.
Man, I appreciate it.
We ain't gonna bring no chumps on here, man. So
No
look,
doubt.
JaMaury, let me get this banner off of Mac's face because
Hey, man, it's okay.
Hey man, you ain't that ugly. We ain't got to cover you all the way up.
I had it. That's why I did radio for 7 years. Yeah. Got a face for radio, baby. Know your place. Know your star player.
What pimp said that?
Can't wait.
Exactly.
Look in the mirror like, I got a big nose. Yep.
You have a face for radio, sir. But JaMaury, look, man, what you got going on? Tell us what what you've been doing. I know I alluded to some of the things that I guess would probably have been in place almost close to 10 years ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you brought up What's Up Wednesdays, and yeah, that was
and that's 25 right there.
Yeah, like that's nostalgic. But yeah, so yeah, been in corporate America, man, for close to 15 years. But man, I always had a passion for financial literacy, mainly because a lot of us, especially in the Black and brown community, we generally are not getting this from schools. And if your parents aren't business owners or entrepreneurs, then you're not getting it at home either.
Right.
So, so my thing was I initially set out to become a public speaker. The public speaker led to me becoming an author of Healthy Wealth 101. And then after that, once the pandemic hit, everybody wanted to get into the stock market, and that's something I had been doing for since 2017. So I developed a coaching program, and I teach individuals how to invest in the stock market and how to trade options to get profits, whether the market is going up or down.
There it is. So you know the candlesticks.
Oh yeah, I can teach you all that.
Yeah,
and I make it elementary too, because like most people are afraid of the stock market, but I teach it to high school students, so I know I can teach it to anybody else.
Yeah, we're Facebook friends, and I've seen a couple of your posts where your son has been interested and started to pick your brain on trading. So this isn't something, ladies and gentlemen, that he's just throwing out there. Like I'm pretty sure that his son has a pretty healthy portfolio and would probably be able to invest alongside you and I in this Calico Station Development that we're about to talk about pretty soon. Would that be? Yeah.
Oh no doubt. Yeah, I've been lacing in with the game from day one, from credit to budgeting.
Yeah.
Within making the transition into adulthood and starting to get their own money. It's like, look, if you set this stuff up the right way and just follow some very minute strategies, nothing major, nothing, nothing prolific, but just following some basic financial principles, then you can set yourself free by the time you're 30.
That is. And I absolutely love that. I love it.
Man, I mean, we talk about this so much because it's so important, like the culture for us in the Black community is designed for us to be consumers. We spend a lot more. We don't understand, and like you said, it's not a normal conversation at our dinner table. You hear folks, talking about saving. but even how they market us is more of to spend. And the stock market did so well for Black people last year that you had folks hacking into groups, racists hacking into groups, paying to get into private chats and groups just to say words that's all they got, you know.
Nigga.
Yeah, right. We just had so much hate that you didn't know what to do. Like they got into Blockfolio, they got
nigga. That's what they were saying.
it was so mad because and these were Black folks that were 45 and under.
Yeah.
And they were talking about they sitting at home. Yeah, but they and now they talk about the job market where people don't want to go to work because they stimulus check. Like, yeah, if you still living off a stimulus check from 2021, you need to teach a class because I need to know what you're doing. You know, and food is as high as giraffes' ass. I need to figure out what you're doing so I can survive like that. But folks started their own businesses and they started making people pay what they weigh. When you were paying somebody $8 an hour to work for you, now they created a company, came back and contracted with you. Now you got to pay them $25. You know, so it took always talk about owning your labor. You know, it's more than one way. That same company that might have, you know, did you wrong. Now you go to the stock market, you take your money and you own part of the shares, and you sit at the table. Yeah. When they send you that, let me tell you, if you own stock, you're gonna get an email every now and then that's gonna say, "Hey, we're voting this person as president, did the board. You get the same vote as everybody else. You get the same vote. So exercise your right to vote in every capacity. Anything that you do. But it's just showing that we're changing the game, and when you change the game and start to do stuff for yourself, you got some folks out there that's not gonna like that. That's why we need this brother and we need these other two brothers that's coming on to continue to do what they're doing.
Well, look, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce our other two guests for tonight. Look, I know when I see good design, and when Mac sent me, I think it was the contribution book. I forget what the name of the document was, man. But
about Calico,
I was like, look, this Nightcap now. I'm gonna keep it. I said, man, who the fuck designed this shit? This shit fire. Now, look, as a person that designs particularly most of the stuff I wear, man, I'm like, man, look, if this brother got this type of design team behind them, or involved in something like this, I know that it's going to be a place that creatives can go and get in the mix and truly be there, a better version of themselves when they have this type of space to congregate, to go and grow. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna bring on the designer and the architect, the team behind the Calico Station Development in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to give it up right now for Nick Williams and Kenneth Moye. Let's give it up for them. Yeah,
what's up?
Man, we look. Yeah, look at y'all. So everybody looks so handsome and good.
Hey,
look at our brothers, man.
I'm feeling like my boy Norris. I'm like, damn, who we talking about?
I'm gonna tell y'all this. Mac is a better introducer. Mac could give you a damn good introduction, man. So I was just trying to keep up with Mac.
Oh, sounds good.
Hey,
how y'all fellas doing?
Don't let Chuck and jive y'all, man. Chuck been doing this shit since what 21, 22? What we had, Chuck? Is it 22?
Yeah, I thought about it the other day. I have been in the game for almost 23. I think. Yeah.
And we ain't talking about church. We ain't talking about what you're doing in church and high school. We talking about before it's Tuvalu.
Yeah. I'm definitely old now.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother. So look, this man.
So look, Nick and Ken, man, thank y'all for being here. And the reason why we wanted to bring in JaMaury, and we call him Jay Norris, but we wanted to bring him in is because we know that what we're doing, or what us as individuals are doing with Calico Station, one, because of the way that you all presented it. Some people might not have the financial means. So that's where JaMaury plugs into this. Like, how do we get our people to the point to where they have their funds readily available and they know how to do their due diligence to get to the point to where when a commercial development and them having an opportunity to be involved in something like that, they can buy the block, $2,500 at a time, in a sense. So we talked a bit about this on Friday on the Black with No Chaser live, but let's start off by you guys introducing yourself and then telling us a bit about what you do individually and then collectively with the Calico Station Development.
Okay. Ken, I can go first. So I'm Nick Williams from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I attended Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where I majored in architecture. That's how Ken and I developed our relationship. From that point, us being some Mississippi brothers from in Louisiana, holding it down.
Yeah.
And we just kept it going from there. And I've been in the public sector. I was in the public sector for about 7.5 years in various departments, from anywhere from IT to planning to community development. So in short, I have a pretty comprehensive knowledge of just the ins and outs of local government from a development perspective.
Yeah.
And so me keeping that knowledge in tuck along with my educational skills, I've always kept my ears to the street on what's going to be the newest thing going. So when this opportunity came around about this particular property being up for sale, it was just a no-brainer. And so what I specialize in specifically with my company, Special Delivery Design Group, from a development perspective, we provide visuals and all marketing materials for entities such as Moye Land Design and Development, your real estate firms, giving you your visuals, your interior, your exteriors and interpretations, even your virtual walkthroughs. So the things that you've been seeing as far as from a marketing standpoint, that comes from our company, Special Delivery Design Group.
Man, that's awesome, man. And I keep thinking of so many things when you guys get to talking. But I'm gonna keep some of my ideas, for later on in the show. But Ken, let's get you in here and get you introduced to the Nightcap audience, and then we'll continue the conversation from there. All right, you gotta unmute. There you go. You're gonna turn one number.
Y'all can hear me okay?
There you go. All right, we're good.
So yeah, I'm Ken Moye with Moye Land Design and Development. Pretty much an architecture and real estate development company. On the Gulf South, I've got projects in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Been in the industry since 2015. As Nick said, got a background in architecture, and I have a master's in real estate development. About 4 years ago, got in the real estate development realm, working with a company out in New Orleans in commercial development, large scale multifamily development. So gave me a wealth of knowledge in just how to put these kind of projects together and deals together in general. So with that design component mixed with a real estate development component, we can make some powerful things happen. So me and Nick been rocking with each other for a minute, just practicing, working on other different smaller scale projects and things of that nature. And now we up to this big one that we excited to tell and share with everybody about. That's pretty much my background. So let's get on into it. Once we
man. Let's do it, Matt. You want to jump in? And JaMaury, I can see your wheels turning as you. Yeah. It sounds like that Nick and Ken have said something that's piqued your interest. I want to get your feedback or your initial thoughts as you've heard, some of what they've expressed in terms of what they do, and how you feel about it.
Man, I think it's a beautiful thing, man. Anytime that some brothers can come together and and get some property, get some land, because that's one thing that God ain't making no more of is land and property. So, when you can tap into that and especially get it at a good price, and then now you allowing other people to come in at a fraction of what it costs to put these deals together and get you a piece of the pie, then that's a win-win situation. I mean, it kind of likens you know just like to stocks. Like, you got these brothers doing pretty much the brunt of the work, but allowing individuals to come in and invest and still be able to benefit. So it's kind of like with the stock market. I tell people that, like, the stock market is the only place where you can go where somebody else puts together a business plan, puts up all the funding, does the hiring, the firing, the HR, and all of that, and you come down and put your piece of the pie and get you a share of the company, and you still have the same ownership as they do. So what these brothers are doing is definitely phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's a dope comparison. I like that.
Yeah, that was fire.
Simply put.
We're gonna chop that one up. That's gonna be social media gold right there.
Yeah, that was some good game right there.
That's why we got this group together. That's why we got this group together, because one of my frat brothers, big shout out to Polk Country, brother Jasper, said, would you rather have 10% of something good or 100% of something that ain't doing nothing? And if you can get a piece of something that's doing something good, I think that's a win-win. And these brothers came to me from a very reliable source that say, hey, it's some young guys like y'all that out here doing some stuff y'all need to meet. And he was saying, ain't no way that you brothers like that, y'all working and y'all doing some stuff and trying to do the same thing, that y'all shouldn't know each other. So, spoke with brother Nick. Chuck and I took a trip, and we saw what they were working on. And it's everything we've been talking about, from Jackson Black Pages to Mississippi Black Business Expo. Everything we talk about, from Kwanzaa with cooperative economics, everything we talk about that we need to see. And we always talk about referencing and rebuilding Black Wall Street. These brothers are doing it. They have a real, not speaking philosophically, saying a blueprint. They really do have a blueprint that show you how they're going to take this building and turn it into something that's going to be money making, but also something that's going to be good for the community that people are going to enjoy. So I think it's time to share that, Chuck. They need to see what the project is about.
Yeah. So Nick, I don't know. I have the video downloaded that we looked at on Friday, and I know y'all released it officially, during the Super Bowl time. Yeah. Are you set up to do your screen sharing like we did Friday? Or do you want me to push the video from my end?
You can push it from your end. All right. Yeah, that way there's no hiccups on mine.
You want us to give us a little background on it first, Chuck, or you?
Yeah, let's do that while I'm getting it pulled up, and then we can, Ken, you and Nick, y'all take it from here, and then whenever you're ready, you just give me the signal to play that video.
Okay, cool. Okay. Appreciate it. So, just a little background on the project. This building is located downtown Hattiesburg, right by the train tracks. It was originally a meat packaging plant back in the day. So it's a historic building, was built like in the 1940s. About 10,000 square feet, got 3 floors, a basement level, main level, and upper level. And what we're looking to convert it to is a food hall with a entertainment type complex component, dealing with a public pool and some rooftop bars. The building was actually in the 1920s. They had an addition happen in the 1940s, so kind of get mixed up with it. But yeah, so basically we want to convert this building and just maximize the potential of it with income potential, and just give people the opportunity to invest with us, and just build some generational wealth through real estate, pretty much. It's a great. We analyzed it from different perspectives. On the design side, it also has an office component and event space component. Mm-hmm. But I wish we can show the existing pictures before, so we can kind of give a perspective of what it actually looked like now, and then when we hit them with the video, it kind of give them a perspective of where we're trying to take it.
Well, I'm actually I'm getting the street view pulled up right now.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so we're getting the street view pulled up, and talk to me about. And you said, it's downtown Hattiesburg, but give some more context as it relates to, like, all right, for folks that partied back in the day, if you went to the Hi Hat or the brick, was it the Brickyard or the Brick House?
Brickyard.
Brickyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Look,
Nick ball game. Nick, you take that away, man. You for the third. Go ahead.
So it's in the vicinity of the project is in the vicinity of the VFW. So
there you go, the VFW.
I'm pretty sure people who come down to like Q Delta Week in Hattiesburg have experienced going to the VFW during that weekend. So we're literally like in between the parking lot of the VFW and the railroad tracks, and there's us.
Yes.
And so what you're seeing right now is the existing viewpoint of the building. Looks very grungish, but there's a lot of potential in the inside and outside, actually. And so as Ken was saying earlier, it is a historic building, and so cosmetically, we just plan on cleaning it up on the outside, giving it some flexible uses on the top of the roof, doing some outdoor stuff, and funking it up with some lighting and some nice awnings, taking that awning off that you see right there, and just really bringing the building out to make it more inviting.
So Nick, talk to me, and Ken, you jump in on this too. Talk to me about what it means for a building to have historical significance.
Yeah, I can take that on first. So being that this is a historic structure, the government has set rules in place to assist with maintaining or bringing that structure back to life, and maintaining it through time. So they have what's called historic tax credits, to where they will give a portion of funding towards construction to make this building come back to life. So basically, you can get tax credits of about 40% of your construction costs to put back into this building, as long as you're bringing it back into its initial integrity, or its initial of how it was designed in the past, and just bringing it back and putting a twist to it, but maintaining the design integrity of what they originally put together for the building.
Okay, that's what's up. So that honestly, the whole thing with the historic designation, it plays into being more financially lucrative for the development.
Exactly. So
somebody must be trying to call him while he on the live. So look, Nick, you want to jump in here, man? I don't know if you're ready for me to play the video at this point, but I mean, when you talk about being in downtown Hattiesburg, and JaMaury, you can jump in on this too, man. You know what we've dealt with in Jackson as it relates to trying to develop downtown Jackson. Some of the struggles that minority land developers, small businesses, some of the hurdles that they've had to jump through. What does it mean for you to see a group of us brothers that are about the same age as us, that are taking on this type of development in a similar situation in downtown Hattiesburg, when we've struggled to get things like this off the ground, or up and running in Jackson?
Man, I think it's I think it's a great stepping stone, because I think that the best way to as they say, the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. So I think that sometimes you kind of got to do the what they call the Walmart approach. Like when Walmart sets up shop, they set it out on an outer perimeter. You know what I mean? Then they work their way in. So if we got to start from Hattiesburg and work our way into the Jack, then that's just what we got to do. But I think it's a great thing that anytime we can have some representation, it's just going to benefit even further in the long run when it comes to further development, closer to the capital city.
That's it, man. We gonna go from the hub to the cap, man.
That's it for real.
From the hub to the cap.
No doubt.
All right, so look, guys, I got the and this, I don't know if folks have been able to go over to the Calico Station Facebook page, but these brothers will make sure that we drop that in the comments in just a moment. But what you're about to see now is a video, and Nick or Ken, y'all want to intro this while I get the banner from over Ken's face. Don't want to come.
And my bad on the technical difficulties and falling off, man. Trying to get this thing working over here, this technology. But Nick, go ahead and introduce the video. I know you was part of that marketing on that, so you can just give a brief little summary before you pay it out.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
So while it's loading up, everybody make sure y'all check out our page on Facebook, the Calico Station, or you can check out the website calico-station.com.
All right, and we're gonna get that dropped in the comments while we're rolling this, ladies and gentlemen. You're seeing this for the first time right here on Nightcap Knowledge. This is an actual walkthrough of what the Calico Station would be like once we get on up in that thing. Let's go. Now, Nick, you want to talk us through this? What's happening right now?
Yeah, so right now we're getting an aerial interpretation of just the exterior enhancements that's going on the building. So if you remember earlier from the previous shots, these are some of the enhancements that we plan on doing from an outside standpoint. Adding some lighting, changing the awning, adding some railing at the top because now we want some activity up there on that roof. So you get a lounge type vibe up on the roof. You can enjoy some cigars, some glass of wine, just network and chill, you know. Real grownish, just a real grown-up setup. As you can see right there, we got another bar on the rooftop.
Oh man, I like that little
actually,
pergola
that
right
bar
there.
is a multi-level bar. As it spins around on the other side, the lower level of that bar serves the roof on that lower side of the roof. And so what you're seeing right here is the cabana spaces, just giving you a feel of what those cabana spaces look like. The outdoor pool, the sit-in bar in the pool.
Well, I got a suit on in the pool, huh?
Hey, your boy ain't there serving drinks in a whole.
Yeah,
hey,
man, we got Jeffrey.
That would not be.
We got Jeffrey in the pool.
Yeah, man. So it's real grownish, man. Real grownish. So that's what we were going for.
Right there, man. That's sexy.
Here's another aerial of just that roof. That's really what this walkthrough is about, just showing everyone the enhancements that's done to the building,
right,
from an exterior standpoint. The marketing book will go more into detail as far as the interior shots.
Hey man, this is I love the way that this looks. One of the questions that I have, because you can see, you know, you got ample parking around the Calico Station, but
Yeah.
what about are there people living in downtown Hattiesburg right now?
Yeah,
Are there
so
other
those
buildings
that building in the back with the lights on, that's actually that's a 3-story loft that's under development this year. So that's adding value to our project alone because that's right next door to us. There are also multiple mixed-use buildings downtown and mid-rises, along with some new developments as well. A 327 unit that's under development this year that's downtown. So like we're right in the right time of just in the midst of ongoing development.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes this project so exciting is that it's in alignment with a lot of traffic that's about to be generated. So some of the cool things about downtown Hattiesburg as well is that they do a good job of marketing and branding themselves for community engagement. So like almost every weekend. We're right around the corner from a nationally known business called the Lucky Rabbit, and they literally shut down Mobile Street every Saturday with like different vendors. There's all kind of foot traffic and things like that. So
Yeah.
we just excited to be in the midst of all that momentum and get this money, basically. So that's what we got going on in a nutshell.
So how can the average person, I don't know if we at that point now to talk about that, to be a part of this?
I want to know how these folks can put their money in play, bro.
We got to do the Birdman hand rub at this point in time. We got the Birdman hand rub going. Like, how can I, as the average guy, be a part of something like this?
Yes, sir. So I'll tackle that one. As we know, it's a strength in numbers. What we've been looking at this project, there's been several efforts going around in the minority communities. As Chuck said earlier, buy your block back challenges and things of that nature. And got it in I know they got it in Louisiana, going on in Texas. So we want to use that same approach to where one person won't have to front a whole lot of money initially to be a part of a project. And so it's called crowdfunding. You pretty much have a share of ownership in the project through your initial investment or whatnot. And so that's our approach. We creating a limited partnership. We the general partners, because we managing the development of the project, making sure all the design and things, all the handy dandy stuff is getting going through us, through our experience. And then we giving people the opportunity just to put money up. Most of that fund will go towards purchasing the building, getting some pre-development work done as far as design, any kind of due diligence items. Meaning due diligence is stuff that you have to do to analyze this building to make sure it's worth pursuing, which that process is pretty much complete at this point. But yeah, we just give an opportunity for people to jump on this train with us and make this project happen. And that's how it is. But as far as the process, we have a document that we send out to individuals, a pledge and contribution statement. If you're interested in the project, you would say what you will be willing to put up towards the development from an investment perspective. And from that point, we send out a letter of intent. We have a company called GameVest, which is facilitating the onboarding process of getting all our individual contributors involved, and just we have the legal agreements in place, different securities to protect people's interests, and that's pretty much it, man. It's simple as that.
Man.
So check it out. I've just now I'm looking at a few of the comments. We've got Shantonio D. Martin Sr. He already said I'm down. Like 10 toes down, 10 fingers up, and you've got Mavis, huge space. Congratulations. I get Tisha she was being funny about your internet. Around the internet. But man, look, it got some good energy as it relates to one from what you guys have put together as a team. And the team is bigger than you two. So I want you guys to talk about the remaining parts of your team, and then also to follow that up. Tell us, and then JaMaury, I want you to get in on this.
Yeah.
If you don't have your money together, what are some of the things that you can do within the next 3 months? Because timeline is a real thing, right? We got to be able to get this money in quick. If you want to, if you don't get under the umbrella, you're going to get rained on.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So for those of us that subscribe to the Dame Dash motto, you don't want to catch a brick. So guys, talk about your Ken and Nick. Talk about your team, and then after that, I want Jay to jump in and talk about what folks can do to get their coins together in about a 3-month, maybe 6-month time frame. You want to be right by the stump.
Also, Chuck, I want him to give his feedback for what he just saw, because I saw his face when he was watching the presentation.
Look, yeah, I couldn't see that. I was over here doing producer stuff, but Ken and Nick, y'all jump in on that.
Got it. Nick, I'll let you go first. Introduce the I guess the Sean, and I'll introduce for Politan Group, and then some of the financial advisors on this.
Yeah, so our team consists of our immediate team consists of we have a property manager, Deshaun Davis from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. He has a special focus in the real estate industry. He's actually one of the president. He is the president of the realty of the realtors organization here locally, and he's extending his expertise in facilitating us getting vendors, just the whole operational aspect of it, facilitating that process and making sure that we have a well-oiled machine. Who else we got?
Let's talk about the ADP a little bit too.
Oh, as far as from a
downtown
local,
development,
from local agencies, yeah. So they're all at the bottom. I'm sorry. Yeah. So ADP is the Area Development Partnership, which is a local agency here, nonprofit. They serve as kind of like our Chamber of Commerce, and so they're very advantageous with networking and facilitating the resources for venues such as this to make sure that we're properly equipped. So they've been very helpful from a marketing standpoint, along with just pointing us in the direction to high quality vendors. And then we got a downtown association. They're somewhat similar to an ADP, but from a downtown perspective, their niche is strictly downtown development. And so it just made sense to build that relationship with them as well.
Yeah.
One of our initial people that we met was one of the board president, Sean Harris, which is also one of our bankers. And he's been working tooth and nail and just, making sure this deal goes through, providing us with all the proper resources as well.
Yeah.
Politan, who you see in the bottom right corner, is actually a food hall consultant.
I can get into more into I can get more into Politan and Coco. So just to jump in and piggyback off what Nick was saying. So Politan Group is a company based out of New Orleans, and they specialize in setting up these type of venues as far as food halls and bar spaces. So when you're doing something, you want to put the right people in place that can take you to the next level, what you're trying to do. You don't want to try to take on and do everything yourself and fail. So that's what a proper way that a business person will handle that is utilize other people's talents to make your things happen. So Politan Group has properties or different developments throughout the country, being Miami, Atlanta. They actually helped set up Cultivation Station in Jackson. So we have partnered with them from a consulting perspective, and now we're working on a management agreement with them to facilitate the process of making this facility be 100% active and operational through the process of sustaining the income for this building. And so we're really excited about that partnership. We also have a contractor that has been on board with us through the design process, making sure that we take note of all the different design components and make sure that it's done in a proper manner to cut on costs and things of that nature. So we're strategic about how we put these teams together, and just making sure that we think through the process to cut out as much mistakes as possible. So that's just some of the aspects from that perspective of our team. We also have financial advisors. We looking at banking with Southern Bancorp South, which we're in the underwriting process. We just got appraisal back last week. We're working on the second part of our appraisal, and then we'll be on and popping, moving towards the acquisition or purchasing the building. So, yeah, that's in a nutshell what we got going on.
And what you just kind of mentioned, or and before Jay Norris jumps in, I wanted to see if you can answer this question. It's coming in from YouTube. Anthony McIntyre, one of our YouTubers coming in, has a state cleared or approved for these specific renovations to be done for this historic building? If so, what is the cost of the building and the estimated modification cost? I don't know if you can get into any of that, or if you wanted to wait for folks wanted to do something more private, but just let me know what you can speak to, and then we can direct folks to that link.
Yeah, I can go briefly, and I failed to mention this partnership. Mississippi Power is also a strategic partner, which we have been approved for a grant to make this development happen. They also given us some incentives on the operational side of reducing our electricity costs and things of that nature. But they also have provided a consultant to us to help facilitate the historic process. We have a historic consultant on our team from out of New Orleans that's very well knowledge in preserving historic structures. As far as the cost now, we're looking at construction costs is about 1.6 mil to get this facility where we need it to be, with and ready to be operational, moving and ready for our vendors that's coming in. And as far as the other financials, we definitely can get more into that once we start getting the people that's interested in hearing more, and we can have more of a private setting, because we'll have to do a non-disclosure and things of that nature to share that information. But we are in the part 1 process right now, which is an application submitted. The building was already considered a historic structure, so we basically just bringing that to the government's attention that we got this historic building that's already considered historic, and we're going to renovate it and bring some enhancements to it to put it back in commerce. So yeah.
So Jay Norris, man, what you think about all of this, man? I see you've been over there taking notes, and people can't see my shoulders moving, but I have a pile of notes from my last conversation with Nick and Ken. What are your thoughts at this particular time?
Man, when I saw the I'm always fascinated when it comes to like seeing people's vision, especially when it comes to like real estate, and to be able to see the building, because most people don't have the capacity to visualize seeing that building and then seeing the visual representation of what's to be manifested, which is just phenomenal. Because when I saw my man in the suit in the pool, I was like, bro, that's next level, baby. That's next level. Like the whole architectural structure, just like kind of maintaining that historic feel, but at the same time adding a modern touch to it, man. And then the pool, like the whole rooftop feel, man. That's next level, man. And then to add like that, like you say, like they have at the cultivation hall, where you basically got a variety of vendors, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like a one-stop shop where like, I go here for the chicken, or I go here for, you know what I'm saying? You got a variety of everything in there. You can lounge, you can network. It's a multi-purpose groove. Man, I think it's going to be a fantastic look, man. That marketing, that visual representation, it's dope, man. It's dope, definitely.
Appreciate it.
So Jay, like chime in now, and then after that, I want to see if we can get an answer to Sierra Hayes' question. She's coming in from Facebook, and we also have Tisha Arrington's question coming in from Facebook as well. But Jay, talk about what people can do to start getting themselves ready to invest in, not only just stocks, but how can somebody get themselves ready to invest in real estate?
Absolutely, man. Well, it's levels to this. I think the first thing is just mentally having the right mindset, having a wealth mindset, because one of the things that I teach in my book is understanding the difference between assets and liabilities.
There you go.
And if you don't understand it, if you don't have the mentality, then like I said, you will see that building and be like, I'm not going to put my money in that. But if you understand the difference between assets and liabilities, then you won't go to the mall and buy them J's. You know what I'm saying? You'll put that to the side and say, you know what? This is something that's going to live forever. This is something that could potentially build generational wealth. So it's a couple of different ways that you can approach this. If you're coming from just a pure savings cash basis, because I know like the minimum investment is $2,500. So if you're looking over like the next 6 months, that's like $105 a week. You know what I'm saying? $210 every 2 weeks, depending on how often you get paid. If you're doing it for the 3 months, then you're looking at $210, you know what I'm saying, every week, or $420 every 2 weeks, how you get paid. So if you want to do it like that, then you can do it like that. Now, if you want to use, leverage, which is credit, you know what I'm saying, you get that credit right, then you can go ahead and use that credit, where you can use OPM, what we like to call other people's money. You know what I'm saying? Because that's always the best money is somebody else's, right? So you can do that, you know what I'm saying, get you a nice, interest rate, or maybe same as cash for 12 months, knock that little loan out of 2,500 over the next, 6 months to a year. And then you got skin in the game, and you done, paid off something and increase your credit score at the same time. Another method, for those who really on a wealth building strategy, you can use your IUL. For those who don't know what that is, that's using life insurance. Come on now. That's close to the best. That's using life insurance to fund everything that you want to fund. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna go too deep in that, because that's a whole nother podcast. And then if you like me, you know what I'm saying, you can just trade some stock options and knock that boy out real quick. You know what I mean? So it just depends on how you want to do it, man. There's levels to this. However you want to get to that bread, you can get it. But man, there's plenty of ways to get it, and there's plenty of opportunities that these brothers are providing for you. So I suggest you get up on it.
Hey, buddy. We get them horns. He got the horns.
Hey, that's the wealth right there.
Bars.
I'm finna do 42 push-ups after this 42. Hey, so look, now we got some more questions coming in. And Santonio, he throwing them strong arms up. But Sierra Hayes, she wanted to know, can you break down how investors will benefit from buying a share and the risk associated with it? So Ken and Nick, if y'all can jump in on that, because I mean, y'all know how to get the money, and if you need a coach, then you just need to go holler at Jay Norris, Mr. Health and Wealth. But hey, let's break it down. How when they get the money, then what would it be the benefit of it?
Yeah, I can get some insight on that. So basically, what investors can put up towards this project, I guess we could start off with the risk. Let's start off with the negative first. So we buying the asset. The asset now is, we're purchasing the asset for $325. And we already looked at the value. Worst case scenario, we would do some improvements, and we would be able to sell the asset to be able to, liquidate and make sure that investors get their return back. That's worst case scenario. But as far as returns on this project, we guarantee a minimum of 20%, which is a great number. Typically, when you're looking at mutual funds or even stocks and things of that nature, you at a percentage of about 6 to 8%. Sometimes with mutual funds, it's about 4%. So if you get bank your money to do some things like that and hold your money, you're gonna get a very low interest rate return. But we're guaranteeing or we're projecting a minimum of 20% return on your investment initially. So what our projections have is actually 92% return within the first year. So the way we're doing that, this facility will have these different vendor spaces where we'll be leasing out a base rent for these multiple vendors. The beauty of the project is instead of a brick and mortar having one patron, well, not one patron, but one company or one restaurant that's operating this facility and producing income, you'll have 5 to 6 different vendors that share like a community space or a living room space that people can congregate, and you can maximize the potential of getting a collection of people in this facility and boost up the income. So that gives the opportunity for low rents for these individuals and these vendors. So, but at the same time, it maximizes our rent potential. So you got each vendor paying $1,000 to rent out this vendor space, and you got 6 or 7 of them. Well, you got 6 of them. That's $6,000 that will come per month for us on a base rent. And being that they have that low rent, we will benefit from 15% of their sales towards individuals that's buying product from them. And based off of Politan Group's initial assessment of vendors should earn roughly about $350,000 per year. They said $400,000, but with our projections, we discounted it to about $250,000 per year for each vendor, and that still gets us at that 92% mark of return within the first year. So if they do actually do what Politan Group is projecting on the sales, then we will astronomically, take that over, exceed that perspective of what we're looking at. So we guaranteeing 20% minimum, but we projected to hit 92% minimum in the first year, and then it increases afterwards after that.
JaMaury,
So
your wheels turning. Go. I'm gonna wait.
Look, when he hit me with the 20%, I said, this brother being generous. He low balling, because I was like, I'm looking at that property. I was like, I know we getting more than that. But no, he's spot on as it relates to, talk about the mutual funds. This is something that I dive into a good bit, because I encourage people to manage their own money and not let people just just kind of fall into the whole out of sight, out of mind thing with the mutual funds. Because like you said, on average, the average mutual fund is going to give you between 5 and 8% a year. So, but in retrospect, when you think about this type of investment, like I said, this is very passive, like so passive, like you ain't got to go lift a brick. You ain't got to go down there and dig no shovel into the dirt. Like, how passive is that? And even if it was just a 20% return, like how passive is that? Because like you said, you put your money in the bank, you're going to get 0.01%, if that, you know what I'm saying? So you getting kibbles and bits, and they lending your money out 7 times and getting like 20%, and on up. So with that type of investment, man, I think that's phenomenal, considering that you have to do absolutely nothing but sign some legal papers and cut the check.
All right. So why, hold up, man. Please.
Go ahead, guys. I want to shape a question.
Hey, watch this. I'm gonna break it down, because this is how I think. These dudes then set up the barbershop method, the beauty salon method, for people who sell food. You're gonna pay some booth rent.
Exactly. That's all it is.
Pay booth rent.
Correct.
That's all you got to do is pay the booth rent, and then they're gonna have the traffic. They got the barbershop, so the head's gonna come through the door.
Chuck,
you gotta be able to cut hair.
Chuck, that's just the food court process, though. We ain't even talk, because we're gonna own percentage of the bars. So 2 of the rooftop bars, alcohol sales is crazy. So man, I ain't even talked about that. I ain't even talked about the public pool that we're gonna require Yeah, we and the event space. Yeah, we ain't even talk about event space are booked in Hattiesburg through the year right now.
Oh,
So it's
oh,
a
day.
Hey,
yeah,
but
so it's a very hot market for event space, and we're
you
gonna have
talking
a
to somebody that
multi-level
works
event
in the event
space.
industry.
Yeah, so
So
it's
give
that
those.
ain't even talking about those are the office component. We leasing out incubator spaces to for offices. So
Yeah.
So
yeah,
so
I ain't even talking about that.
a hard number. So I'm a hard numbers type of guy. So you say,
What's the
hey,
investment?
if you put in $1,500, this is what your estimated return would be if things go the projected way. So just take a number and give a hard number so people can understand. Percentage sounds good, but say, hey, if I'm gonna take $1,000, I done picked up cans. I done went out, didn't go out to eat. I done all this stuff. I done saved my money. I'm investing $1,000 or $1,500. What would my return look like, and in what time frame would it be projected?
All right, so of course we got to do the construction and get the building on and popping. That's gonna take at least about a 10 to 12-month process there.
Right.
So during that time frame, once we get the building up and running and stabilized within that first year, we're talking about just this 92% thing. So roughly quarterly, you'll be getting right under $500 a quarter for each $2,500 you invest. So let's just round it to $450 or whatnot. So within if we're doing quarterly investments, what's that equate to? That's about
It's like 80%.
$1,800 for the first year out of your $2,500 investment just on profit share. That's not 92%. 92% is more towards like $2,000, a little bit over $2,000 in the first year that you'll get back just off profit sharing. So what's the beauty about this project? Within the fourth year, we are going to do a refinance that gives everybody their initial investment back. So if you're making about $2,000 per year for every $2,500 you invest within that 4-year time span, so that's 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000. So you'll make $8,000 in your first year. Then you'll get your initial $2,500 back. And at that point, you will have a 30% profit share in the building. We're still going to be, just for you investing with us and just for you taking a chance with this project, we still going to allow you to have an ownership interest percentage even after you get your initial investment back. So
You can't beat that.
the timeline.
Wow.
You can't beat that. Look, if I take my money out of Tesla right now, I can't get no more. I can't get no more interest. I can't gain no more interest.
So drop the link, like those who are watching right now, that if you're interested and want to hear more, like a one-on-one Zoom, or if you, how do they connect? Chuck? What they need to do?
So,
Go ahead.
Oh, you got a good question right there. Somebody adding more money. Make sure you get them. That's a good question.
Yeah. So if you're in the comments right now, you're tuned in, you're watching this live. There is, no matter where you are, if you're on Twitch, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, there's a link. You see that form. If you're interested in investing, add your info to that form. There'll be, of course, a name and at the very least an email address. Once you do that, we're not going to keep these videos up, and keep doing them. This is going to be our last video. The next time that we do this is going to be private, and there will be, as Ken alluded to earlier, there will be NDAs that will have to be signed, because once you get to the other side of this video wall, then that's when the rubber meets the road, and you got to put the gas all the way to the floor. All right. So if you're interested, you need to click that link and you need to add your email to that particular form, and then we will send out some correspondence, and of course that correspondence will give you details as it relates to next steps, and when the particular Zoom calls, when those will be scheduled, what your options are, and etc. So I mean, Ken and Nick can speak more into detail, and we've got a couple of questions as it relates to, can you increase your investment over time, and then what is the minimum investment? So let's go over that, and then we're gonna get out of here because we're trying to get to where the money resides.
Yeah, I'll attack that real quick. So the minimum investment is $2,500. That equates to 150 shares that we have available at this point. I mean, it's not 150 shares left. We have about 40 shares already allocated from our initial goal. We haven't really went public. We just been talking to friends and family and just kind of a private perspective of people that's close to us. But 40 of those shares have already been allocated. But it's $2,500. If we are working with individuals, if they commit through a letter of intent, we will allow them a time frame to get that $2,500 in. Of course, we will set something in place to make sure we're responsible on both sides, because we do have to take care of the business as well. But we are having a little flexibility to make sure that we can give people the opportunity to get on this train with us.
That's solid, man. That's solid. So look, I know that we've gone over an hour. This is
you got another question, Chuck, about the increasing. Can you increase?
Oh yeah, you can increase your investment. We up to 150 shares. We have up to 150 shares. So once we meet that targeted goal, which equates to 375,000, that's when we'll put a cap on investment. So as long as the shares are available, you can increase as much as you possibly. We have people that just bought 10 shares, 5 shares, 3 shares. Some people started off with 1 and came back and said, give me 2 more, as they hear more information. I see deadline there. We have a deadline to close by the end of the month on the purchase of the building, but we are still working out the particulars on financing with the bank institution. So we're given a deadline of about 60 days for our initial investors to come in. As we start making improvements on this building, that investment amount may go up, increase, because your share value will be equal to the building value. So if we make improvements to the building, of course that value will extend. We're projecting, once we get in full operation, this building worth about $340,000 now. We could say 330, but once we get it in full operation, this building will be worth $3 million. So your $2,500 will increase to about $20,000 once we get this building in full operation. So if you want to sell your share, once you inside of this project, and you want to sell it to people, and you have that right at any time. We'll do a valuation of the value of the building at that time, and that's how much your share would equate to. Look, so that I ain't even talk about that part, but yeah.
We got one last question, and I'm extending a bit of grace to this brother here, Lars Johnson. He's one of my good friends. I talk to him on the regular. I know the minimum is 2,500, but what's the optimum investment in your view?
Oh, it's no optimum. We have Class A and Class B investors. So Class B investors is from 2,500 up until 25,000. Class A investors are 25,000 and above. So that's as simple as that.
Hey, shoot the shot. Hey, I love it. I like these types of conversations.
You got to catch this thing, because these type of things everybody kick themselves about. When you didn't get in on the ground. And I for people in the Jackson area, everybody talked about Harvey Freelon when he said, "Man, why he putting this club restaurant on Mill Street?" And now you can't get around Harvey Freelon on Mill Street. And so these type of things people didn't own when it started, and then once it get going, it's too late. So you better get in on the ground, because Hattiesburg, everybody can allude to going from what was it called? JaMaury, with the Alpha's Head, what y'all used to go to?
Oh, Mandingo Fest.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So Hattiesburg had something for everybody, right? So we know that people are not going to stop going to Hattiesburg.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Y'all talking to the road trip monster, buddy.
Come on.
Hey,
man.
From blue and white wig to Q Delta
Was
to
killing 49.
Oh yeah.
Killing 49.
Yeah.
they got something down that people gonna be going. So people gonna be looking for something to do. So this is the place that you cannot lose on. That's just my opinion. That hey, it's a win-win. It's a win for everybody. So hopefully folks will get in and get more information and hear more about this.
Yeah, so we have. I'm gonna give one last question to Tisha Arrington, one of our esteemed Tougalooans, and also from that Hub City area. She's asking about anything healthcare related. So, guys, y'all talk to maybe an option for a person that may want to have office space and use that as some type of healthcare space.
Yeah, I can think of two ways, and I'll let you kind of talk on the other one once I introduce it. But two ways, if there's a health care professional, of course, there's office space that's in the basement. We'll have like 10 freestanding offices available, and then we'll have an incubator space that people can lease out a desk per se for an hourly rate or some things like that to utilize this environment and just maximize the potential in their work effort. And then our other health component, we are looking to have a vendor that specializes in salads and health care type foods and products. Yes, and Nick, if you can give a little more perspective, we do have a vendor we're interviewing right now. We actually locked in our initial interview, well, not interviewer, but our initial vendor that's gonna give us the Caribbean theme that we were shooting for initially for the rooftop space. So we already pretty much have that locked in. But we do have another health related vendor that wants to come into space too. Nick, give us some shine and insight on that.
Yeah, so the other vendor that he's mentioning is a salad bar concept where you walk through the salad bar and you pick your various options, and I think you pay by the how much it weighs, but that's one of her concepts that she has in mind, and what we're trying to do with the food hall concept overall is provide a multicultural variety and just giving you that assortment of different cultures, from anything from your Caribbeans to your Mexican, Asian, soul food. You have those different options. So as Ken stated earlier, we're super excited about the Jamaican restaurant component, because not only is the food fire, but it's also coming with a multi-level daiquiri bar as well. So it's a lot going on, man.
I said fire.
Yeah.
With the
lot going on, y'all. We didn't really press the button on just the bars, but the bars alone, the projected numbers from that, from an annual perspective, is crazy, y'all.
It is
a million plus bars alone.
Yeah. Mac and I know those numbers quite well, as we've been proprietors of a couple of nightclub and after hours establishments. Hey man, if anybody know how to pour a bottle, MacArthur helps know how to pour a bottle.
Mac Ray?
No, it's not Mac Ray, it's Mick Ray. Get it right, sir.
I know that.
No doubt.
Hey, I'll try to give you your credit, because I know you can make a $20 bottle of liquor turn it to 200.
Talk about lemonade.
We might need you in the pool. We need you to put your suit on. We need to put your suit on to get in that pool, man.
Hey, I don't know about getting in that goddamn pool, but I'll put a suit on. Hey man, we knew that we had to get you brothers together. Like, me and Chuck talk shit back and forth, but we know for experience what he just said, when you got the right combination together. Like, we would be, hey man, text him, Chuck, drop this song in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And say, this is what happened at the bar.
Yeah.
And when Chuck build a hype up with the song and they hear what's happening, we got the shots lined up, we got the theme going. I'm telling you, it goes hand in hand.
Wow.
I know what I'm saying. It works. You know,
It's science and art, man. It's
It
science
works.
and art.
Yep.
And I really believe that that architecture is the like perfect combination of what you can touch and see in
Yeah.
terms of science and art.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think that with what you guys have in terms of this development, and the way that you're going about it, because basically what it boils down to is a cooperative, and you have people that come together to accomplish a specific goal, and then that goal is like you said, generational wealth, but it's ownership, and
Mhm.
beyond that, it is making sure that we have these attractive types of spaces and places in the places and spaces that we exist. Like we don't have to go to some other city on the other end of 20 or on the other end of 20, or we don't have to go up 55, or we can have these types of spaces where we are, and folks can travel to us, because last time I checked, we was the man on these streets.
Hey, you making it happen, Cap.
Downtown. We got downtown.
So would there be a list of, now I guess, and I know in the presentation of options, like for vendors, like what's left, if you want to open this space is available, and can people do both? You can do both, right? You can become an investor and you can be a vendor. Because that's what you're talking about. Down.
I'm glad you said. I'm glad you mentioned that. Tell me
Blackjack,
about-
you want to split?
Go ahead, Nick.
Split, baby. Gonna double
I'm
down.
glad you mentioned that. This Thursday, for those who may be interested from a vendor perspective, we're having a vendor walkthrough, where we're trying to finalize, some of those additional spaces that are left.
Yeah.
And so that could also be a cross opportunity for those who want to be a potential investors to come through and look at the building footprint, and we can give you a full tour. So that's going to be this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay. And folks can find that information on the Facebook page or the
It's on the Facebook page. Address 309 East Pine Street. That's Hattiesburg, Mississippi 39401.
All right, and I'm going to put that into the comments, the link to the Facebook page. That way, folks can get a hold to it. Calico Station MS, and of course, if you need the website, all of that stuff is listed on the Facebook page as well. But that is calico-station.com. And let's do this. I would like for for us to go around the horn with some closing words. I'll kick it to Ken and Nick, and then we want to close with JaMaury, and then we're gonna get to our closing theme song, because we not only intro it, we're gonna outro it too on Nightcap Knowledge. So Ken or Nick, whichever one of y'all want to go first.
I got 2%, so
Yeah.
yeah. We appreciate y'all for checking out this project, and just like Chuck's equated earlier, you need to get in on the front end. As you know, with investment or with a good idea, people tend to lose out once they look and want to see what's going on, or want to feel out what's going to happen. In order to get big return, you have to take big risks sometime. From my perspective, this is not a whole lot of risk. We have looked and evaluated this project from many perspectives, and we're trying to minimize the risk as much as possible for people to get involved. So, if you have any questions, I'm free and I'm open to answer anything that anybody has to wants to get clear on before they be willing to be involved in the project. So yeah, that's what I got.
Hey Nick, go for it.
I ain't gonna hold everyone's time up too much. I just want to say thank you all for having us to share this opportunity with our community. nothing excites me more than seeing us come together with some dope ideas and making things happen. This is just the beginning. So if it's too much pressure for you, don't let it be. As Jay stated earlier, there's different ways of you can, get on board. There's different strategies that you can, put together to, put your money in the hat. So if those are some things that you want to discuss with us outside of this, we're open to that. Feel free to give us a buzz.
All right. Mr. Health and Wealth. Close us out, man.
Yeah, no doubt. So look, man, just want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. This was definitely some great information and a breath of fresh air. So, man, what it boils down to is, like you said, if you study long, study wrong. You know what I'm saying? You need to jump on this thing as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? And change that mindset from a consumer mindset to an investor mindset. I mean, they pretty much done did all the research for you. You ain't got to do all of that. If you tuned in, you got the information. Put your money where your mouth is. If you're trying to get a great return on your investment when you ain't got to do much, you ain't got to look no further. This is where it's at. So, get with the Calico Station and, let's make some ducats where the money reside.
Yeah, it is.
Matt, you got something to close us out with, man?
Man, we talked about Mississippi Move and other groups we participated in Kwanzaa. We talked about cooperative economics, and we only highlight this once a year. This is real live cooperative economics, and this is something that I think there's going to be a model that people can use to create or recreate that Black Wall Street we need to see, definitely in the South, but especially in Mississippi. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen, and hey, let's keep pushing.
I love it, man. I love it. And ladies and gentlemen, we're here every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Central. And at the end of the day, we are always trying to get here.
Wait.
What? Gotta get to where the money reside, baby. That's it. Look. Give me my money. Pay me my coins. We want the money that fold and the money that's cold. Goddamn it. Let's go.
Hey, we want that cryptocurrency too, baby. Give us that crypto.
That's it.
Hey, let me get my hardware wallet right. Let me get my hardware right. We'll see y'all here next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Central. We'll see you. Peace.
Peace out.